Hello, Geminis. Welcome to your March 2019 Twin Flame Love Journey Tarot card reading. You are number 3 for me, and I'm seeming to get better at this. So I'm super excited to share my intuition with you via the Osho Zen Tarot deck. I will be clarifying with the Mythic Tarot deck, the new one, and it's going to be a general reading for the Twin Flame collectives who are Gemini. As I did in my prior videos, I want to give you a brief background on how I ended up here speaking to you. Okay, my name is Shamika. I am a twin flame. I became aware of this aspect about myself around the year 2007. If you'd like to learn more about me, please feel free to follow my page at www.twinflamelovejourney.com. It'll be below this video. Also, you can follow me on Facebook on my page at Twin Flame Love Journey. I hope you enjoy your reading. Let's get started. We're going to get started right away. That was a brief introduction. Yeah, I went into more extensive detail on the Taurus and the Aries videos, but I realized it took up way too much video space. So yeah, please do. On my webpage, you'll find a lot of writings, both recent and writings from my past. You know, so this is years of writing about this journey. So you may find some jewels that can help you along on your twin flame journey, Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to start off by selecting a card that indicates the present situation. What are the present energies? And before I do, I'm going to say a prayer. I always say a prayer because I would like for God and my angels, my spirit guides, to guide me as I read for you all, okay? Dear God, please be with me as I perform this reading for all of the Twin Flame Collective Geminis within my vicinity. Help this reading to touch those it's meant to for the month of March 2019. Use my vessel as a vehicle in the deliverance of the message you have for my dear Geminis in March. Okay. So we are going to see what the present situation is moving into March 2019, okay? And so I am shuffling the deck right now, and the collective twin flame energy for my dear Geminis in the month of March 2019. Oh, and I have the aloneness card, okay? So the aloneness card is a major arcana card, my dear Gemini. Aloneness would be equivalent to the Hermit in the Rider-Waite Tarot. Okay, moving right along here. I would like to pull and determine what the energies will be in March for the divine masculine of the Gemini, the star sign Gemini, in March 2019. What is the masculine energy? What will it be? Where will it be? What will it be doing in the month of March 2019? Now, keep in mind the masculine energy could be for the masculine energies who are Gemini, or it can represent the energies of the male masculines for the divine feminines who are Gemini. So either way, this can work, okay? So here we go. And the energies are the Four of Clouds. That's super interesting because this was the divine masculine energy also that came forward for Aries. So I would go as far as to say that if you're divine masculine, divine feminine, if he's an Aries, this is a super interesting coincidence. You know, this is something to be noted. Specifically for Aries, but also for all of the divine masculines as they pertain to our Gemini twin flames. Okay, so moving right along, what are the energies for the divine feminine in March 2019? Energy for the divine feminines moving into March 2019. Three of Waters. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Three of Waters, Gemini. This is so much a Gemini type card to me. Okay. That's the card of celebration. It is equivalent to the Three of Cups in the Rider-Waite Tarot. And I should just go back and say that the Four of Clouds for the Divine Masculine is equivalent to the Four of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. Okay. What is the advice card for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminines for the star sign Gemini in March 2019? What is the unifying energy? What is the advice that unifies these two in the month of March 2019? I have the King of Swords, which is control. Well, it's the King of Swords, but it's actually the King of Clouds in the Oshōzan Tarot, okay? And I'm going to pull 3 cards now for the evolving energies. What energies will be coming into play in March, throughout March of 2019? Where should our focus be as Gemini twin flames? The first card is the Nine of Fire, exhaustion. Okay. Let's see what the second evolving energy could be for my dear Geminis. Ooh, we have the Ace of Waters. Okay. Excuse me, the Queen of Waters. The Queen of Waters, okay? And the third card is going for evolving energies for my dear Geminis in the month of March 2019. Evolving energies for my dear Gemini in the month of March 2019. I have the Queen of Clouds, which is equivalent to the Queen of Swords in the Rider-Waite Tarot. The Queen of Waters is equivalent to the Queen of Cups in the Rider-Waite Tarot. Okay, so let's get started, okay? Let's have a discussion here. So the first card to come up was the Aloneness card. Now, being that the Aloneness card is a major arcana card, it has significant influence over your month. Some of you guys, whether in union or separated, are going to feel alone, okay? And a lot of you will have this aloneness come about because it will be self-imposed. It will be your desire. You know, there's some energies that are at work this month for you. It would be nice for you to take a look at where your Mercury placement is this month, because Mercury has a strong influence over this aloneness card. This aloneness is equivalent to the Hermit in the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's going to impact your communication. Many of you are just not going to say as much as you would ordinarily. It's going to subdue you a bit. And, you know, from my experiences when interacting with Geminis, is that you guys tend to be very vocal and very outspoken in a good way, you know, in a very good way. But it seems in terms of this journey, you're going to be doing a lot of self-reflection. You are going to turn inside and you're going to emit. You see this man, he's sitting here. And that light that's surrounding him is the light from inside of you, dear twin flame Gemini, okay? You are going to be emitting light in a nice, subdued and quiet way this month when it comes to your twin flame love journey, okay? You realize that you are not alone. You realize that sometimes you have to pull back in order to be able to manifest what it is, or even to know what it is you need to do or what direction you need to take. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Mythic Tarot to clarify this aloneness we're coming in, that present situation, dear Geminis, coming into March 2019. Why do you feel alone? Why do you want to be alone? Why do you choose to be alone? Or are you alone because you don't have a choice and it's time for self-reflection? Let's learn more about this aloneness. Please clarify the aloneness tarot for Geminis in the month of March 2019. Clarify aloneness for my dear Geminis in the month of March 2019. What does this alonement entail? This aloneness entail? The Moon. Interesting, interesting. Okay. All right, so the Moon Tarot has come up to clarify this aloneness. So this is definitely a period of time where many of you Geminis are just not going to want to discuss or talk about your journey, your twin flame love journey. You're going to feel most at home, just meditating, just closing your eyes, visualizing. If you are in union, it doesn't mean that you won't be interacting with your partner, but your partner may find you over the course of a day or over the course of this month, just by yourself, maybe taking a nap, maybe taking a walk alone. And we'll see what the divine masculine or the divine feminine may feel about this aspect during the month of March. But it has nothing to do with your partner. It has everything to do with what's happening with you, the growth. You are expanding, okay? You are setting intentions this month with the moon being in this placement, okay? You are building your intuition. You are building your faith. You are tapping into the mysteries of life. You are dreaming. You'll probably have some vivid dreams this month, dear Gemini. Okay? If you are single, the same thing. You're not seeking outside of yourself for something that you know exists. You may know who your twin flame is, and you may not know how to approach him, but that's going to be the last thing on your mind this month. You're going to definitely be focusing on yourself and your journey. You're going to be paying attention to the signals from the universe, okay? You're going to pay attention to what your dreams are telling you. As you can see, this lady in the picture, she has a couple of faces. She's looking everywhere. The moon seems to be smiling down upon her head. And then there's a goat with 3 heads looking in all directions. So while you are dreaming, and while you are looking inside and finding that inspiration inside, you're very much aware of what's happening around you, dear twin flame Geminis. And I really want to understand a little more about this moon sentiment. I think that this explains it well, but it would be nice to just get a little bit more insight. What's going on? What triggered this aloneness? What triggered this moon phase for you? So let's pull another card to clarify. Please clarify the Moon Tarot for my dear Geminis in the month of March 2019. Please clarify the aloneness in the Moon Tarot for my dear Geminis coming into the month of March 2019. What is going on? What is causing this isolation, this self-imposed isolation? I have pulled the Ace of Chalices. Okay, so this is super, super, super interesting. It seems to me that you probably have some type of offer on the table, an offer of love. Okay, so it's showing me that many of you, even if you do not have your partner at this particular time, you have recognized it, or at least you have an opportunity for a loving relationship on the table. Somebody is willing to fill your cup this month, okay? But you're in no hurry. You want to go inside of yourself, You want to try to figure out what direction it is that you should go in. You understand that you are happy from within, and that whatever this offer is, or this new offer that's being presented on the table, it can only enhance you, okay? It's definitely not there to I should mention that for some of you, dear Geminis, you have met your twin flame. Maybe you guys can't be together at this juncture in your lives, and you have a love offer on the table, and you're seriously thinking about whether you should accept this love offer. You're really searching within, though. You're not looking for answers outside of yourself. You are definitely looking for answers from within, okay? And but you're happy, you're happy moving into the month of March. Although introspective, you seem to be pretty happy at this juncture in your life, mainly with yourself. Okay, so let's move along and examine the energies in regards to the divine masculine. Now, the card that came up is the 4 of Clouds, which is postponement. Now, what does that mean, my beautiful Geminis, okay? The divine masculine right now, and many of the divine masculines are stuck in a gray area. Now, even with this being the case, dear twin flames, divine masculine, Geminis. They are aware. They see the color. They see the beauty of their purpose. They see the beauty of their mission. That color has began to permeate into their very being. However, they seem still slightly afraid to step through that frame. And why is that? Well, the scenarios that this could potentially address are the facts that maybe they are comfortable in their safe zones at this stage in their life, okay? Maybe the divine feminine, the divine masculine is thinking about it. Like he's absorbing, what the possibilities could be. He's wondering if this is even real, in some instances here. There's certainly a lot of introspection happening with the divine masculine. And so that is no surprise, seeing that we have the aloneness card and the moon card with such strong placements in this reading. So let's clarify what's going on with the divine masculine, who has the Four of Clouds as a major energy for the month of March 2019. What is this postponement about? What is the divine masculine postponing in this month of March 2019 for Gemini? Now, please keep in mind that the divine masculine can be the partner of the Gemini divine feminine, or the actual Gemini partner, okay? The actual Gemini divine masculine who may be listening to this reading, okay? So, what's going on with the divine masculine for the month of March 2019? And I have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So what this is telling me is that the divine masculine sees his beloved, okay? He sees that there is opportunity for a different life, a different way of viewing the world. He's very much familiar with the twin flame love, and he sees his divine feminine, okay? He is very slow, okay, with the Page of Pentacles being here. He's very slow at delivering this message to his beloved. Why? Because he still isn't sure if he's looking at a fantasy or if this is the reality. And this divine masculine seems to be a very practical person, okay? And he likes to build. He wants to make an offer, but he wants to make sure it's the right offer. And he doesn't mind taking a little bit of time before putting his offer, putting his heart on the table. And this is for single Geminis. Now, if we're going to take a closer look at those twin flames who are in union, this could be an idea, a creative idea, a mental idea, a project that you and your twin may be working on that your divine masculine may not be feel like he wants to rush into a project with you. Maybe he is a little hesitant about embarking on some intellectual endeavor that you guys have discussed, okay? But he does plan on communicating with you in regards to what the next step will be in whatever this endeavor is between the two of you. And I think that the way that these cards are placed, it is an appropriate time to actually pull a third clarifying card using the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. Okay. We are pulling a card to clarify the Page of Pentacles. What is this message? What is this communication that is coming in regards to the divine masculine for Gemini in the month of March 2019? What is this message? What is being postponed? What is being postponed? Please clarify. What is being postponed for the divine masculine of Gemini in the month of March 2019? And we have Judgment. Okay. So this gets even more interesting here, okay? So this is telling me that many of my divine masculines have actually recognized somebody from their past. So the divine masculine is resurrecting something that was buried a long time ago. So if you are a divine masculine, perhaps you've already met your twin flame, you're looking at her from a distance and you're this message that you want to deliver is a proposal to resurrect something that you guys have had in the past. As you can see in this card, these two people and a child are bound together, right? And an angel's above and resurrecting a situation. This could be a situation, this can be a relationship, this can be an idea. And the divine masculine is thinking of communicating this to his counterpart, or he's thinking of communicating this to his partner for those who are in union. He wants to resurrect a certain aspect of your lives that maybe you guys have buried. It could be that, your divine masculine wants to have a child. It could be that your divine masculine wants to make a move or go back to a place that you both knew in the past. But your divine masculine right now is staying in the safe zone, keeping this to himself, postponing communication about this proposal until the angel's horn is blown and he's able to fully communicate his vision, okay, for your future together. For those who are single, this definitely indicates that something from the past is being resurrected when it comes to your divine masculine. Okay, so moving on, we are going to take a look at the divine feminine. Okay, what we have here is the Three of Waters celebration. So the divine feminine is moving into the month of March with a celebratory, in a celebratory mood, as if somebody told her something or she realized something from all this self-reflection that she was going through moving into the month of March. So let's clarify what the celebration is all about. What's going on with the divine feminine? What is making her dance in the rain? The rain, it could be indications of, little trials and tribulations, but that a divine feminine, the Gemini divine feminines have decided to dance in the rain. Gemini, you are not looking for an opportunity to celebrate. You have actually looked within and you understand that life is a celebration. This is a very internal emotional process. You understand that love is abundant. You are dancing even through trials. You just have the spirit of joy as a result of your self-meditation and your acceptance of what is moving into the month of March. So let's clarify with the Mythic Tarot. What is this celebration? Let's get more insight into the celebration that's happening with my dear Geminis in the month of March 2019. What kind of celebration is this? Let's gain more insight on this celebration that's happening with Gemini for the month of March 2019. And I have the Queen of Wands. This card, this queen, is a very passionate queen, okay? She is definitely mature and wise, and she's definitely had her fair share of trials in life, but yet now she sits on her throne in all of the majesty and all of her beauty. This queen is generous, she's social, she's energetic, she's a visionary. She has high self-esteem, high self-worth. She's charming, she's sincere, she's protective, she's radiant, she's energetic. They are dancing and celebrating. This Gemini feminine, that energy is contagious that you guys are going to have here in March, okay? You guys are just confident in who you are. You have offers of love on the table, but you know what you want. Many of my divine feminine Geminis know exactly what they want, and you know what? If they choose to accept the cup of love that came in the present situation, those that have that cup of love being offered, if it's from their twin, this is a celebration of the divine feminine of uniting or having that communication or that offer of love from her divine masculine, because the divine masculine has resurrected something from their past. So this person seems to be coming from the past. If you're single and you don't know who your twin flame is, you have discovered that you're a twin flame, and you're just happy in this knowing. You're happy in the love and the abundance that has manifested in your life, dear Gemini. So you are celebrating because you are confident and you are sure and you are honest and you are respectable, and you know that every good thing and every perfect thing comes from above, and you know that you have sown the seeds in your life that has made abundance and prosperity and manifesting something that's sure to come to you. You exude confidence, okay? And as you're exuding confidence, your divine masculine's over there looking at it, absorbing it, watching your beauty, watching your grace, wanting to communicate with you, okay? Wanting to resurrect something that you had in the past. Now, if your twin flame your divine masculine isn't somebody that you knew from your physical past, this could be an indication that you guys had a past life together, okay? He sees you, you see him, dear Gemini, divine feminine. So what's going on with that, right? You celebrate and you're like, yeah, you could take your time over there in that gray area, but I'm going to live in living color over here, sitting on my throne. Good for you, dear Gemini. This is a beautiful read so far. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. Tell us more. Tell us more about this celebration. Tell us more about the confidence that our divine feminine Geminis are exuding this month of March 2019. Tell us more. And I have the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is equivalent to the Four of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite, of course. But in this card, you're noticing that this is a very intimate scene. And I think that this is what it's being indicated here. It's being indicated here, okay? So as you can see, the Four of Pentacles, she's just laid back. She's got her fan in her hand, her pentacles up on above the fireplace. And, you know, the material aspects can wait a little bit, you know. I'm not holding on to anything. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm going to allow the divine masculine to unbuckle me, to unbuckle my heart, to get close to me. But while he's figuring out how to undo this little knot that seems to be worked across my chest, I'm just going to relax and enjoy me. I'm going to be confident. I'm in love. I love him. I'm just waiting for him to come around because I'm going to be okay. I have this confidence that exudes through me this month. And I am just so excited at the anticipation of knowing that he is coming in, that he is thinking of me. This card definitely speaks of the deafness. There's some high sexual energies going on here. There's some intense, fiery, passionate energy going on within the divine feminine. And I'm telling you, the divine masculine can feel these energies. And even though maybe you're not physically together, he's actually imagining, he's feeling the divine feminine. All right. And this is what's triggering this need for resurrection. Okay. Either from this life, because you guys knew each other in the past and maybe couldn't be together, or from a prior lifetime. And for those in union, your divine feminine is on fire this month, divine masculine. Okay, so while you're trying to think of practical matters and communicating your desire to resurrect some aspect of your lives together that maybe you haven't discussed yet, your divine feminine is just basking in the passion, is celebrating your love, is being confident, is there for you. And you are in that mood to really coddle her, to really let her know that you love her. But you definitely have a message that you want to deliver to her. This is regarding your mission together. But it's a beautiful time between you two. Okay, so moving into the advice card, control comes up. Now, control is the king of clouds, all right? The king of clouds is all about control. As you can see, the king of clouds has his fist clenched. This is not a very nice picture, although this is very reminiscent of the King of Swords card in the Rider-Waite Tarot, okay? So this king is a no-nonsense king. This king is in control at all times. This king is very, very intellectual, okay? So there's some type of element about in regards to control going on. I am going to need to clarify to be able to interpret how this relates to what's happening between the divine masculine and the divine feminine in the month of March 2019. Please give us more insight on what this control is about. Do we need to have more control on the intellectual side of things with all of the material and practical matters and the fiery matters happening? Okay. What does this control mean? What is this control about for my dear twin flame Geminis in the month of March 2019? And I have the Two of Swords. So definitely there is a decision. There's an intellectual decision that needs to be made, whether you are in separation, single, or in union. Okay. So this line of questioning is coming from the divine masculine side. Okay. The divine masculine has a message to deliver, while the divine feminine's over here, just celebrating and being confident and being her glorious, bright self. She's over here celebrating. Even if she doesn't know where her love is, she's still celebrating because she spent that time alone in reflection. Okay. And right now there's a decision to be made. Okay. So an intellectual idea has come to the table, mainly in the mind of the divine masculine. Okay. And there's some control aspect, to this, because he wants to be able to control his emotions. He wants to be able to make a wise decision, okay? And he wants it to be fair for all parties involved. So more than one person, as you can see on this Two of Swords, more than one person is involved in terms of how this decision impacts others. Okay, so let's get a little bit more clarity on the Two of Swords. What type of control, what type of intellectual decision needs to be made? That's super important. What type of logical decision needs to be made? Okay, let's clarify the Two of Swords, please. Clarify the Two of Swords for Gemini in the month of March 2019. Let's clarify. And we have the Chariot. Wow, you have some significant, okay? And the Chariot can also indicate control as well, okay? So this is about moving across the ground. This could be even a physical move, okay? Dear Gemini, somebody could be thinking about making a move. Is this in regards to work? Because if this is the Chariot and we have the swords here, and the logic and the intellectual aspect, this could literally be a move, a job move, a move a career move. It could be you guys taking a trip. Okay. It could be that some of you guys, your twin flames, you guys live far apart, and you think it's about time to have that discussion of coming together. This could be an aspect. Let's see, we could be dealing with, serious decisions in terms of, those who are in blended families. Maybe there's some intellectual decision that needs to be made in regards to family members within your household, okay? Nonetheless, the Chariot is a very, very serious side. It is backing up that control aspect, okay? There's something surprising can come out of this discussion, but from what I can tell, both aspects seem to be very much masculine energies, and it's definitely stemming from this judgment and this resurrection that the divine masculine is resurrecting. Okay, it's an awareness. Now, see, the Chariot tarot is definitely influenced by the moon. Then, as you can see in this Chariot card, this lady, she's being submissive, and this man, he's over there, he's tapping on her on the shoulder because he's going to tell her that message. Okay. So by this being the advice in the advice position, this is just telling me, divine feminines, to get ready for this message that your divine masculine is going to deliver to you, whether it's verbally, by letter, across the internet, and it's going to be intellectually based. Okay, it could be good news, it could be bad news. The tarot doesn't want to tell us at this stage, but remember, nothing's really bad news. Okay, it might not be what we want to hear, but from what I can we'll see what the evolving energies are, so we can determine the outcome of this communication. This advice card is merely saying, be prepared for this communication from your divine masculine. Okay, all right, and you keep celebrating and you keep dancing over here, and we're gonna check out the evolving energies to gain more insight on why the advice card is what it is. Okay, all right, so the next card that comes up is the Nine of Fire. Okay, it's exhaustion. Okay, exhaustion. So what does this mean? Okay, Well, my dear Geminis, it's exactly as it's presented itself. Exhaustion, okay? So somebody is juggling work, okay? Somebody is juggling a lot of responsibilities. Somebody is not taking time out to smell the roses. Somebody just does not have a break. Somebody is trying to keep everybody happy. But we're going to clarify, okay? And the nine of fire is equivalent to the nine of wands, okay? So somebody is building passionately, building something up, okay? There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of communication. There's a lot of effort. It's not just practical matters. This could be matters of the heart. Okay, this is a situation where a person is doing everything, cooking dinner, cleaning the house, doing everything they can, okay, passionately to satisfy another person, and it's exhausting them because they have too many irons in the fire per se, okay? So let's clarify the nine of fire, which is exhaustion for my dear Geminis in the month of March 2019. What is going on with my dear Gemini? What is causing this exhaustion? The Emperor. The Emperor is doing it to himself, okay? The Emperor is a no-nonsense ruler, okay? He is a step up from the kings, okay? He's got it together, he's running an empire, all right? He's a boss, okay? And so this makes a lot of sense now, because when you look at how these cards have fallen, my dear divine feminines, your divine masculine may be a boss, he may be a manager, or otherwise just a hard worker, even if he's in construction or he works in a restaurant, okay? He's a hard worker, right? He likes to control his future, and he's feeling all of these things for you, my dear divine feminines who are single. He's feeling it, but he knows he has a decision to make because he sees something beautiful, and this is going to change his whole entire life, okay? And he wants to go forward. He wants to move forward with it, which is why the Chariot showed up. So his mind is going one way, but his heart is going another for those who are single. For those in union, your husband, your partner, your divine masculine, he is working very hard, dear Gemini. You understand it. You appreciate it, okay? Which is why you stay in your queendom this month, all right? You really appreciate it, but what he may not be telling you is that he's feeling exhausted, okay? He's feeling exhausted. So maybe you want to sometimes run his bathwater, okay? Maybe sometimes you want to surprise him and take him out to dinner or do something to lift his load, sometimes. But we're going to go ahead and clarify the Emperor as well, okay? We're going to figure out what this exhaustion is that this manager, this boss mentality that your divine masculine has, okay? What is going on with that? We have a lot of masculine energy showing up in these cards. So the divine masculine, he's really, and I'm feeling a lot of sexual energy as well. So there's a lot of that going on in March for you, dear Geminis. Okay. The strength here. Wow. Okay. So he's feeling exhausted, but the way that you can help him, my dear divine feminines who are Gemini, is to maybe ease up on demands, okay? You are the queen. You are on the throne. He doesn't mind spoiling you. He doesn't mind being there and stroking your proverbial mane. He doesn't mind stroking you and pleasing you, but sometimes, you don't have to necessarily take up some of his responsibility, but maybe it's just the little things that matter. You don't have to jump on the boar and close his mouth as this lady's doing on the strength card, okay? You can do that in a more subtle way. You can do that by appreciating what he does for you. You have a beautiful heart. You are so in love. And sometimes we get caught up in that feeling that we don't understand, that sometimes it just takes I understand, or you don't have to do that, dear heart, okay? I just want you to rest tonight. I know you want to spoil me. I know you want to do all these things for me, but maybe you should rest, dear heart, okay? All right? And whatever decision that you need to make, baby, I'm going to be right there with you, okay? For those who are single, your divine masculine may feel exhausted. So you don't need to call and say, look, we're twin flames. Let's discuss. I'm in love with you. Okay, of course, love can be felt. It does not always have to be expressed. It's that quiet care, that quiet concern that he's going to pay attention to, and that's going to ease that pressure, and it's going to confirm his decision to step through that frame into that color of being in your and joining you in your celebration, dear single twin flame divine feminines, okay? And that's beautiful, okay? And the next evolving energy that I see is the Queen of Waters. Now, the Queen of Waters is equivalent to the Queen of Cups, okay? This is a loving energy, and it shows me that that's exactly what your response is going to be this month, all right? When you realize how exhausted your divine masculine is, you are going to be so receptive, to him. He's not going to have to work as hard to touch you, to get near you, to make time with you. While you love to celebrate with your friends, you're going to let him in. You're going to be receptive to him so that he doesn't have to put forth more energy than he already does, making a beautiful life for you guys, okay? And if you're single, you're going to be receptive to this love that your divine masculine is putting out when he decides to come through that frame and to deliver this message to you this month at some stage. Now, this message may be very slow moving, dear Gemini, divine feminine, but it's coming from him because he already has it in his mind, okay? Right now, he has decisions to make because he understands that when he makes this communication, it's going to change both of your lives, okay? And he's a little exhausted, but you are, through the strength of your being, through your love, through your heart, you're being receptive. You're taming him, right? You're not being as demanding. You're letting him know that you're here for him and that he is welcome to join in this celebration with you whenever he so chooses. Now, let's clarify. Oh, I just feel the energies flowing through me. I know that this is spirit. Let's clarify the Queen of Waters, dear Gemini. Let's clarify the Queen of Waters, the Two of Wands. So this is very interesting, okay? So the Two of Wands is about an idea, okay? A passion. It's already been recognized. We recognize it, okay? And now we're deciding what direction to come. And by this card showing up with the Queen of Waters, it's showing that, that there's a decision to be made, okay? A way forward, a passionate way forward, a decision to be made, but you are patiently waiting. You're looking out and you're weighing your options, okay? And for those in union, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Water, she's being very receptive and she's okay with, going over the details of this intellectual matter that's going on with her divine masculine, okay? She's ready to contemplate and sit down at the table with him. And she wants him to know that she has his back, She has his back with the Two of Wands energy, okay? This card can also indicate reconciliation. So there could be a reconciliation, dear Gemini, okay? So maybe this month sometime he's going to deliver this slow moving message to you, okay? And when he does, you're going to be open and you're going to be receptive, okay, to what he has to say about you guys. You will have had this foresight because you spent time. You have this foresight because you have spent time in meditation, in emitting your love into the world from within. You took that alone time and you made it productive, positive, and you've expanded, you're extending. And so when he makes this proposition to you, you are ready to join in on this enterprise, on this idea, on this reconciliation, on this reunion, this proposal. For those that are single, for those that are in union, you are ready to help him take up that idea, take up that goal and move forward together. You might even be like, look, I'm receptive. What took you so long to communicate this to me? Let's do it. You have that energy because your celebration has not ended, my dear divine feminine Gemini. Okay, let's move forward. And let's clarify even further the Two of Wands. Why not? I usually don't go all the way down this but this is a beautiful reading. Let's keep going. Please clarify the Two of Wands for evolving energies that will come into play in March 2019 for my beautiful dear Geminis. Evolving energies. Let's clarify the Two of Wands. And we have the King of Swords. So this is going back to the control, the King of Clouds, tear above, okay? So definitely for those in union, your partner is going to have some intellectual idea that's going to be coming out, right? And you're going to be all for it. Like I said, you're going to be receptive and you're going to say, why didn't you just bring this to the table? Now, this intellectual idea could be career based, okay? It could be something that you guys wanted to do together on your twin flame love journey, whether you're counselors, whether you're mentors, but there's some idea that he has been slow to bring to you. He's gotten a bit exhausted, but you've been there with your jovial self. You've been very receptive, and he brings it to you, okay? And when he does, you're right there, right? You're right there to rub his feet. It looks like this lady's rubbing his feet, okay? You might have people who are not happy with this decision that you guys will be making if you're in union, okay? But it needs to be made. This card is also related to strength. And as you can see, the strength is an evolving energy. And this is all a part of true love. True love is capable of going beyond strength. This is even beyond strength because now you guys are communicating about this intellectual endeavor, about this logical endeavor that you guys need to come to the table about. Okay, but at the end of the day, my beautiful Gemini divine feminines are going to be very receptive to it. Okay. Very receptive. So he was kind of exhausting himself for no reason, okay? She's willing to join in and help you. And for those who are single, maybe you're exhausted about things that you need to eliminate, in your life in order to make room for this beautiful person, this divine feminine you have over here who's waiting for you to come in and offer your cup of love because she's very, very receptive at this stage this month, okay? And the other evolving energy that we have is morality, okay? This is the queen of clouds, all right? Morality stands out. It's very significant, okay? I told you earlier that I felt a lot of sexual energy, a lot of sexual tension that's happening for Gemini this month. Okay, so what this tells me is that morality could be a factor. So with all of this strong sexual energy, with this message that's being slowly delivered, it may have been a slow delivery because the message may be one that could have some ethical implications, moral implications, societal standards. There could be issues of values, okay? And this might be why the divine masculine is having a hard time stepping through into the color, into the celebration of the divine feminine. So with this morality card, we want to clarify, okay? What is this moralistic issue that's coming into play, this evolving energy that's coming in for Gemini in the month of March 2019? What is this moralistic dilemma, okay? Because right now, it's a matter of following your intellect, your logic, your morals, your standards. Society standards is more represented by this morality card. Or is it following your heart, okay? So this is a moral dilemma. This is an evolving energy that's coming into play for my dear Geminis in the month of March 2019. Please clarify. And this just practically fell out. Judgment. Okay. Some of you guys are definitely involved in a situation where you could be legally attached to somebody. Okay. So this definitely strongly speaks to those twin flames who may be in a marriage, that an unhappy marriage. They could be separated. Okay. Something could be going on. Now, this does not speak towards divorce, but, some of my Geminis are really concerned about the karmic implications of making the decisions of following your heart versus your logic, okay? Following your heart instead of your morals, okay? How do you do this? The only advice that I could give, and this is from my spirit, is that you cannot do unto others what you don't want done to you, okay? And at the end of the day, you have to look at your journey as one where you are truthful to everybody, okay? People who may be involved, if you're involved with other people, in this particular card, the judgment card came up with the masculine energy, divine masculine, and it came up as an evolving energy. Okay, this is very significant, okay? So, this person, is coming back from the past. There's definitely some of my twin flame Geminis out here who have their twin flame coming back in from the past, okay? And, like I said, there could be marriage involved. There could be other commitments involved. And, this is exhausting, mentally because your hearts are together. You've already merged. You've already recognized each other, okay? But there is a decision to be made, all right? So, from a moralistic perspective, I believe that it's super important to understand that creeping is not okay, okay? You've got to put everything on the table, okay? Judgment is also about truth, okay? It's about truth, okay? We're resurrecting something from the past because we're going to be truthful. We're going to go about this differently, okay? And I want to clarify the judgment a little bit more because this is getting super serious. And while the divine feminine is very receptive and is able to sit down and talk about this and even able to humble herself, you know, that person on the King of Swords, that lady, she's looking for an affair, okay? She's looking for something that's immoral, okay? She's looking for something to judge you guys by. But you can stop this, all right? You sometimes have to make the hardest decisions in life in order to stay true to yourself, but not only stay true to yourself, but stay true to others, okay? If you're already in a relationship, okay, this moralistic factor can come into play because maybe your twin and you have some idea of what you want to do, okay? A direction you want to go in, but you don't know if it's socially acceptable, all right? As you know, this journey is very, very spiritual, okay? And sometimes we do worry about what other people think, okay? And even though you have the support of each other, okay, there is a fear of judgment for the most part, okay? There's a fear of judgment for the decisions that you might make because you want to do what's best for yourself and your mission here in this lifetime, dear Gemini, okay? But let's clarify the judgment, terror, and the morality. Please give us more insight on this judgment and this evolving energy in terms of morality. And we have the Two of Chalices. Oh my gosh. I mean, wow. Okay. Love's going to win. No matter what dilemma you're going through, dear Gemini, here in the month of March, let me tell you something. You can be single. If you know who your twin flame is and you are in communication or you're waiting for communication, let me tell you, when this event, as this energy evolves, you guys are going to come together, okay? The Two of Chalices can indicate a full commitment to each other, but it can also indicate you just coming together as friends. You're just opening the gateway of communication and you both mutually have your cups of love there, okay? And you want to exchange these cups with each other, and that magnetism is there, all right? With my beautiful couples that are already in union, you're going to have a passionate interaction with your twin flame this month. It's going to be as if, you know, you guys have unlocked another gateway in your experience, in your connectedness, in your togetherness, in your merging. You know, you're going to have some very intense, passionate moments with each other, which is going to help you expand and get the courage to move past judgment and issues of morality, to be really expressive with the love that you have for each other, especially between yourselves. But this is a beautiful reading, dear Geminis. I hope that this reading resonates with you for the month of March 2019, and I'm going to leave it right there. Before I go, I like to pull two oracles. The first oracle is the Art Through the Eye of the Soul oracle, okay? The Art Through the Eye of the Soul oracle is one of my first oracle decks, and I am super excited to share this oracle with you, okay? Let's see what the overall message is for the reading that I've just done for Gemini for the month of March 2019. Please give us insight on the overall energy for my dear and beloved Geminis for the month of March 2019. All right, the emergence of Celtic White Tara. Bring peace to troubled waters, okay? So this to me solidifies what's been going on in this whole reading, you know, with the divine masculine, okay, having this message to deliver, all right? And being exhausted, right? And this card directly is a direct message to the divine feminine saying, look, you know, come here, all right? Come here, dear heart, okay? I can bring peace. I can carry the burden, my love, whenever you need a break, my love. You don't have to put forth so much, energy on me. I can hold my own when need be, my love. I can listen to you. I can be receptive to you, okay? I am open to meeting with you, my dear. I love you, my dear. I come to you in purity of love, as she's wearing her white robe, okay? So bringing peace in troubled waters, divine feminine, there's a huge emphasis on you. Even during the oracle reading, there's a huge emphasis on what your divine masculine may be going through this month, dear Geminis. So just to give you a brief introduction to what I'm going to do with the Rumi Oracle. The Rumi Oracle to me is just so beautiful, and I think it's only right that we capture every aspect of the Rumi Oracle. So I'm going to pull a card and to leave you with a last message for your March 2019 reading, after which we will do the honoring ritual that's in the Rumi Oracle guidebook. I'm going to read directly from the Elena Fairchild Rumi Oracle guidebook, okay? The words are just too beautiful to miss any of them, okay? So let's pull a card that gives us the final message, and one just flipped over, okay? It's the Merciful Mother Jamal, card number 44, okay? I'm going to go with that card because it kind of jumped out of my hand, okay? And we're going to see what the final message is for my beloved and dear twin flame Geminis for the month of March, okay? 2019. All right. So here we go. Bear with me for just a second. Okay. Oh, sudden resurrection. Oh, countless blessings. Oh, blazing fire in the jungle of thoughts. Today you arrive with laughter to break open the jail. You, blazing angel, capable of so much, you evoke the testing hand of life. Why not when you cannot fail? Yet in your sweet surrender, how can the great beloved not respond in kind and offer you solace, comfort, and mercy? For not all success must be hard won. Can you imagine this? The sweet face of the all-powerful, it shines upon you as the love emanating from the Holy Mother's eyes, the golden radiance of her body, and the gentleness of her touch. This is your birthright now, your divine inheritance. The mercy of the all-merciful, let it soften the hard edges of your life and your being and bring to you the grace that is deserved, okay? The oracle brings you a message. There is a shift taking place now in a matter of great importance to you. From Jalal to Jamal, from justice to mercy, this is your path, your destiny, and your blessing now opening up before you. It may be a particular matter. However, it likely includes your entire life orientation. You are being granted refuge, respite, and shelter from the storms of struggle and doubt, and being given a divine sanctuary of safe harbor. You will find that the unraveling of the struggle and pain now happens through tenderness, a gentler approach. That strength card, guys. Remember the strength card? You are also being asked to take stock of your own thoughts and attitudes. Having to be tough and play hardball in the past has served its purpose. Yet this oracle comes to you with guidance to become softer in your way and your attitude. Can you gently but firmly place to one side the judge within, the one who keeps score and demands retribution? An eye for an eye, the exponent of absolute justice. Can you invite instead the one who gentles the aggressive lord within and allows him to bow before the great lady who loves, is wise, and who steadies the wrongings of the world with the softest of touches? Don't fear that if you suddenly give yourself a break, all your discipline, hardness, toughness, and suffering will go to waste. No, all things provide learning and serve divine purpose. But now there is no reason to continue in that way. It is time to learn another way. You are strong enough now to become gentle, dear divine feminines, okay? If there is a foe or fight in your life, ask the Mother of Mercy to bless it into resolution. If you have also drawn the hands of Fatima, you are being told that this resolution is already on its way. You are being told now that you can stand your ground and remain in your strength without having to become aggressive or hard. You have more power than you realize, and it is in your being. It is not in your ability to control others or manipulate situations, for such actions are unworthy of being of your magnitude and are unnecessary for your success. You are also being given the message that your prayers are powerful. Although action in the world is part of your soul purpose and plan, when you pray, have conviction that your prayers are real. are heard and are responded to by the great universal heart. So pray carefully and thoughtfully. Be present and speak as if you were speaking to your dearest, oldest, and most influential and powerful friend, because of course that is exactly what you are doing. Pray from the heart and trust in the power of your prayers. There is no limit to what you can pray about, nothing too unspiritual or unworthy, nothing. So pray. This oracle brings you the message that the great power of compassion is reaching for you, that it wants to help you, but is waiting for you to ask. So ask, then you shall receive. Let's complete our sacred honoring ritual, my dear Geminis. With your hand on your heart, say, I call upon Jamal, Mother of Mercy, upon Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, and I ask for your grace, intervention, and blessing now in all matters of my life. I accept the help of the great universal compassion seeking to bestow itself upon me now. Thank you. If there is a particular issue with which you are struggling, you may also like to speak to that specifically for a few moments in your prayer, okay? So if you're struggling with anything, just whisper that to the universe. Whisper that to the Jamal, the Mother of Mercy, upon Rumi, okay? When you are ready, rest with both hands at your heart for as long as it feels good to you, okay? You have completed your sacred honoring ritual. My dear Geminis, it was nice going through your month with you. You enjoy. Until next month, God bless, much love, and many blessings.